Hello, this is part 2 of making the, painting the ultramarine captain, or just painting a captain in general. Alright, the next part we're going to work on is the cloak. And now, the cloak is a big surface area, but there is a smaller cloak that's on his belt. It's that area right there. That's going to take some detail. This won't. So, for the detailed one, and for the big one too, we're going to be using our brush, our 3.0. I'm going to start out with that detailed one. I will show you the end result after this video. But the paints, if you're actually following my thing that I'm going to be using, is Narlock Green, which is a green foundation. It actually comes out very good. And then the wash I'm using is Thraka Green. I'm going to use one of those. Now you can do, as I said before in past videos, you can do this with any other color. It really doesn't matter to me. I just am hoping that I'm helping you in the process of painting a good tabletop army. Well, see you when the front part of the cloak is painted. Bye. Alright, now that his frontal part, that frontal toga part, is done with the Narlock Green, we are going to move on to the shoulder trim. Now, I'm doing green shoulder trim because Uriel Ventris is a part of the Ultramarine 4th company that uses green shoulder trim. Your trim can be almost any color. If it's a metallic color, then you can skip this step, wait for the last, because I always do my metallic paints at the last because, I don't know, it's just better that way. Now I'm going to do his shoulder trim, which I actually do right now because shoulder trim doesn't take up that much video time. The reason why I'm not actually filming the entire thing would be this would take a very long time. So, and I don't think you would want to go through watching every single video. I wouldn't even watch every single video. With the shoulder trim, you have to have a somewhat steady hand. Not with this shoulder trim, because this is actually bigger shoulder trim, surprisingly. But with most shoulder trim, like a normal Space Marine shoulder trim, you would want to go detail. But surprisingly, this guy has some pretty big shoulder trim. Now you want to get the face part first. Which is what I'm doing. I notice on this model there's like nicks and grooves. I don't know if I did that or if it's actually on the model. If any of you actually know the true answer, I would like to know. Because I actually like it. It looks like battle damage. Like a bullet grazed his armor. Alright, you're going to want it to be like that. See where the golden trim is? Or not the golden, the green trim? Alright, but if you notice, underneath this, you also want to get. So then you get that. This is where you want to be kind of steady, because you don't want the green paint to end up on the blue armor part. Or whatever color you're using. And if you do mess up, just remember it's paint. It can be painted over. Just don't go heavy, because if you go heavy, then you kind of messed your model up. My friend goes heavy, very heavy, and he likes it for some reason, but I personally think it looks terrible, because you can't see any of the detail. All the detail's shot on the model. I mean, personally, I'm spending quite a bit of money on this stuff, and I would like it to look kind of good, personally. I don't know if that's just me. That's another thing I would like to know. How do you guys paint it? Do you guys paint it thick? Do you like it thick? Or do you like it, you know, like what I do? So, his green shoulder trim's done. And that's going to be the end of this part. I'm going to then paint the cloak itself, and I will show you the video after that. Alright, see ya. Now that I finally got done the green all around him, his completeness of his green, I'm going to do the wash of him. Now the wash that I use is Thraka Green. It's a very nice wash. I actually use it for also my orcs, the same combination. I'm just going to wash everything. With these like wrinkles in there, you're going to want to get a lot in the crevices there, because it'll make it look more realistic. So I will actually show you a little bit on the wash on that front part. Now as for 4, you want to use the same amount on your brush, the little bulb. But this time, you want to be a little more careful, because you don't want this wash to go into any of the other colors, like the blue. So you want to be careful. I'm going to start, like I said, you want something like that. Then you just go. You should really let the all the colors, like, what is it, dry, not really completely, but dry, because since the wash is pretty much water, very, very watered down paint, it will actually re-moisturize a somewhat dried paint. So you really want your paint to either be cured, so you really want to learn the cure time for a Citadel paints. Either have it cured or just like a day's dry, which I'm not doing because I don't have that kind of time. I have to actually get this guy done for a competition on Monday, and today is actually Friday, Saturday. Today's Saturday, sadly. So, alright, that front part's washed. I'm actually going to get the rest of it all washed up and show you the end result. So, now that the wash is drying, it is turning out to be actually very good. I'm actually getting the emerald color that they really describe in the book. And with this is actually the finish of the cloak. The next part I'm going to show you in the next video is reds, the reds that are on this model itself. Now there's not that many reds, but you still might as well know where they are. So I'm going to let that dry. And I really hope that your models turn out good, and hopefully they become better than mine. I really hope so. But I hope that you use these tips and all that to get your models to look pretty good. Unlike my other video, I will be showing stills of what I've done so far. So stay tuned for the rest of the video.